Just like the previous videos, I do want you to copy in your notebooks. So here, we're no longer with one variable inequalities. These are two variable. And why are they two variable? Well, I have a y and I have an x. And actually, if you were good at graphing back in the beginning of September, this should be fairly easy. So the first thing that we're always going to do, what's our slope? And our slope is always paired up with the x. So our slope is -3, and I'm going to put it over 1. And the other important part is the b, which is your y-intercept. That is 4. So I'm actually going to make the very first point on this, and I'm going to put a point at where the y-intercept is 4. And then I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 1. I'm going to go down 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and over 1. And there, I actually go ahead and get my line, or my start of it. Now, if you remember back, I said these two symbols, they get open circles and dashed lines. If I have less than or if I have the equal to symbol, these get closed circles and they get solid lines. So if I look at this inequality, notice this actually belongs to that down there. So I'm going to make a solid line for this. So I could just go ahead and connect all my points, and my line will look something like that. Not the straightest thing. It works though. It's pretty bad. Let's just be honest. It's hard to do with the stylus. The next thing is we still have to shade for this problem. And honestly, the easiest point to choose when you want to check shading is, because remember, we only shade where it's true. I always pick 0, 0. Why? It's easy to plug in. If the line goes through that point, then you obviously cannot choose 0, 0. But notice our line is nowhere close to 0, 0. 0, 0 is this green spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test 0, 0. That means I plug 0 in for y, and I'm plugging 0 in for x. So what I get here is 0 is greater than or equal to -3 times 0 plus 4. And I'm going to simplify that. 0 is greater than 0 plus 4. And I'm going to simplify that further to 0 is greater than 4. That is not true. This is false. Since this point is false, I need to go ahead and shade on the other side of the line. So all my shading occurs on the other side of the false point. Let's take a look at one more for today. Let's start this the same way. What's your m here? As we said, m is always with the x. So that's 4 over 3. Remember, this is your slope. The next thing we need, a b, which is your y-intercept, and that is 2. So I'm going to go ahead and make the first point on the graph at 2. Now I'm going up 4 and over 2. So my next point is right there. And I'm actually going to reverse it and go down 4. Oh, it's not over 2. I'm sorry. It is over 3. And I'm going to go to the left 3. So that's what my points look like. Now, these get an open circle or dashed lines. And if it's the equal to, they get a closed circle or solid line. If you take a look, my symbol here does not have an equal to. So therefore, I automatically know it's a dashed line. And this is what my picture would look like. Now I still need to go ahead and shade. And like I said, the easiest point always to choose is 0, 0, as long as your line is not on 0, 0. So I'm going to take 0, comma 0, and I'm going to plug in. 0 is less than 4 over 3 times 0 plus 2. 0 is less than 0 plus 2. 0 is less than 2. That is true. That means I am shading on this side of the line because I had a true point. And that is how graphing inequalities look like.